All right, man. So good morning, people, and welcome to Breaking Dawn. It is Tuesday the 11th of August, 2026. And we're coming off the back of a very busy Monday, a very productive Monday in Trinidad and Tobago from, I guess, an energy and economy standpoint. I'm waiting to hear what all the experts are going to say now. But yesterday we had some very high levels of production. Several deals were signed and on the table, and several projects will be moving forward. We actually have some clips of those representatives from IBIS Steel, and of course the Deputy Secretary of State, Mr. Lando, who spoke yesterday as well. The Prime Minister spoke, Minister of Works, Jolene John, also spoke. I like how she ended. She said, I'm not a minister for show, I'm a minister. She said, I'm not a minister for show, I'm a minister of work, or whatever the case. Something she said at the end there, boy. I said, oh gosh, Auntie Jolene, boy. But look, as we say good morning to the regional viewers, everybody watching us internationally, good morning, good morning, good morning. This morning we have a busy morning because we have the Minister of the People, Social Development and Family Services, Minister Vandana Mohit, will be joining us this morning via Zoom. We're going to have a chat with her. If I can accommodate maybe 2 or 3 calls, I will do so any time that I have with her. We're going to talk about several things with that ministry and some of the grants and your pension and disability and all of these little things. So we're going to get into a little discussion with her about that. And that will be at 6:30. All right? Now, that is going to take us up to 7 o'clock. So I don't want to waste time this morning going through no unnecessary headlines, because the news is the news. A lot of big things happened yesterday. Things that I told you for months now. I have been saying, drown out the noise, allow the people to do their work, and eventually things will start to materialize and you will see all the little pieces falling into play. So yesterday, a US-based firm unveiled a $750 million US revitalization plan for the shuttered Point Lisas steel plant. And they did mention that this will bring about 1,000 jobs. Okay, that is IBIS Steel. Director, you're supposed to have a clip with labeled IBIS Steel, right? Just now, Let me just get. I'm trying to. Okay, yeah. So we have a clip from yesterday where a representative spoke, and we want you to take that in. We're going to play that for you now, and then we'll come back and we'll get to another part of it, which is the Deputy Secretary of State, Christopher Lando. He had a few things to say as well. So let's get to the IBIS Steel clip and that 1,000 jobs and the revitalization plan.
Morning, distinguished guests, members of the media, colleagues, and friends. Thank you all for being here, especially for our guests who've traveled a long distance. As you all probably know, this plan has been idle for 10 years. It's had its own long journey to get to today. Once the pride of Trinidad, it has unfortunately languished for a very long period of time. Many people have talked about bringing it back over the years. Chris Kelshaw and Keith Daniel, the liquidators of ArcelorMittal Point Lisas here, have been through a roller coaster ride over the years. But we are finally doing it here today, and we are very pleased to be able to say clearly that this plan is coming back with a vision not only to be as good as it once was, but to exceed and to do more than has ever been done at this facility ever before. Our vision for this facility is that it will be one of the most technologically advanced, lowest cost, and environmentally friendly steel mills in the world, putting Trinidad on the map, not only as a steel producer, as a critical minerals producer, but as on the forefront, the leading edge of steel production technology. So we are beginning the refurbishment program, or in fact, we've already begun. We have a lot of work to do, as you can all imagine. You can see the condition as you come in. But we've been only able to get this far due to the support of Plipdeco. So call out the chairman of Plipdeco here, who has been absolutely instrumental in helping us to acquire the site and to put it back on a firm footing. To Minister Jerlene John, who has been a key driver of the initiatives here to make this happen. And the U.S. Embassy, who have been very supportive throughout. The whole team, and including especially, I'll give a shout out to Jeff and Scott, who have really been critical in helping us tell the story of what can be done here and move the project forward. So today we are introducing our local operating subsidiary, the brand Ibis Steel Company of Trinidad and Tobago. We chose the Ibis because it is one of the most striking and well-known symbols of Trinidad and Tobago, and because, you know, to us it speaks not only to the unique place that Trinidad has with, you know, such an interesting and unique bird, but the environmental credentials that this plant brings, and that is a very important part of the vision that we have here for you all today. As you guys have undoubtedly heard, we intend to produce vanadium at this facility. Most people do not know what vanadium is, and I do not blame you. Vanadium is a critical metal, much in demand in the US and the EU, for the aerospace industry, for batteries, and for the steel industry. Our vision is to produce the equivalent of 50% of American consumption of vanadium. In other words, 100% of the quantity of vanadium that the United States imports. The vanadium industry is dominated by China and Russia. Greater than 80% of all vanadium is produced in China and Russia. So we look at this as a critical asset for Western critical minerals supply chains, putting Trinidad on the map as a key player in the Western reindustrialization and Western creation of critical mineral supply chains outside of China. So we bring that vision to this facility, which is a unique facility that has the capability to do that. And we're excited to be able to bring the technology and the expertise to lever the equipment here and the people of Trinidad and Tobago to work together to build something that is, like as I said before, new, exceeds the capabilities that were ever conceived of for this facility in the past. So with that, I'll just say we have ambitious targets, not only in terms of what we can do, but what we're going to bring to the table for the people of Trinidad. Our initial investment is planned at $250 million US. We think we'll create 350 jobs during the restart of the facility, and when we're in production, 500 full-time jobs. And after an expansion in the future, we plan to spend another $500 million and double the number of jobs, so to 1,000. So that will take a long time, but you know, we have, I think, a lot that we're bringing to the people of Trinidad and Tobago, and we're excited to spend the next several years investing and creating those opportunities. So with that, I'll just say thank you very much, everyone, for coming. We're very excited to open the gates with you today and officially kick off the refurbishment of the facility. We're planning first production by the end of 2027. So we hope to welcome you all again in just a little bit over a year. Thank you. Morning.
All right. So that is our CEO there, Edwin Bennett, as he spoke yesterday. And he laid out a few things, 1,000 permanent jobs eventually down the road. 750 million US in investment into the development and the refurbishment and everything. Vanadium, we're also going to be producing that. Vanadium, well, it's used in steel alloys. It's roughly about 85% of mined vanadium is used to make tough, shock-resistant steel for tools, axles, and construction frames. In aerospace, it's added to titanium alloys to build high-strength parts for jet engines and airframes and things like that. So I don't see anything to quarrel about there. All right. But of course, all of this comes with all of the fanfare and the ribbon cutting. You have to remember, things will just happen in the snap of a finger, like I keep saying. But these are deals that were being worked on. You know, I've sat here on many occasions and said, it have a lot of little things happening behind the scenes that you're not seeing and you're not hearing about. And when the time comes, you're going to hear about it. This is one of them. The other thing is the refinery, but that refinery should not be expected. Seth and I were now talking here during the, while we were taking in the clip. And as telling you, that refinery, you can't expect that in the first term here because it do happen like that. Don't be snapping of a finger. If the government has intentions to reopen the refinery, it's going to happen over a period of time. And if they were to get a second term, it would probably be open somewhere down the road inside of that second term. But things are coming together, and the sectors, the energy sector as well, is going to be absolutely booming. As was the case yesterday. We had the U.S. Deputy Secretary of State, Christopher Lando, and he was down there at the opening there, the reopening, the ribbon cutting for the steel plant. Remember when ArcelorMittal closed down and they left, it was 644 workers was left on the breadline. Ibis Steel and their parent firm, Pinnacle Steel, and Vanadium Corporation, they are proposing 1,000 jobs, right, over a period, right? So like I said, these things won't happen in the snap of a finger. All they do is cut the ribbon yesterday, but the plans are there, the investment is there, and I keep telling all they drown out the noise. There have a lot of things happening, let the people and them do the work. Give them the opportunity to do the work and get us from point A to point B. We only about, if you check in from the budget, in October last year, you're only about 10 months down the road. You understand what I'm saying? So whatever we see now is what has happened over the last 10 months. We have Christopher Lando. He spoke twice, once at that ribbon cutting and then again later on. But we'll get to the first one now, and we'll get to the second one after we speak to the Minister of the People, Social Development and Family Services, Vandana Moit. Run me the Christopher Lando now, the part one.
I just want to say a few words about my deep appreciation and recognition of the job that this current administration in Trinidad and Tobago is doing, and how much it means to us in the United States to have partners here in Trinidad who are as eager as we are to engage for the good of each of our peoples. Prime Minister Prasad Bisesar has just been an incredible partner. We met a few months ago in Miami at the Summit of the Americas, or at the SHIELD Summit there. I met the Prime Minister, Foreign Minister Sean Sobers, and was so impressed with their vision and their strength. And I said, wow, there is a great partner for the United States. And, you know, it has saddened me over the years that I think our relationships with our friends in the Caribbean countries have not been as close as they should be. I mean, the United States and the Caribbean countries, seems to me, are united in many ways by geography, by history. There's so much that we can do together. And I really do feel like this Prime Minister here in Trinidad today is really opening the door for a new vision of U.S. Caribbean relations that nobody has ever opened before. It's been there for 60 years. So my presence here today is really a sign of recognition and respect and appreciation for that kind of partnership. And again, it just being here in this place at this time, looking out at this view and saying, this is what the fruits of that kind of benefit can be. It's not just a lot of talk about partnership, it's actual, tangible results. And that is what we're here for, right? I mean, the Prime Minister, much like President Trump, campaigned on economic renewal and security renewal. And those are both really important, critical objectives for both our governments. And so we are delighted to work together. And I am here to show that both sides are reaching out their hands of friendship, and this plant is probably as concrete a symbol of that friendship and that cooperation as can possibly be imagined. But again, let me just underscore that this wouldn't be possible but for the involvement of the private sector. And I just think it's very important for all of us to recognize the vision of Pinnacle and its corporate leadership here today. This is what made America great. It's the dynamism of our private sector that has really been the motor of our economy and our great prosperity over the centuries. And I think it will be going into the future. It's not the government that has made the United States the leader of the free world. It's our dynamic private sector, and I feel very proud as an American to be represented by our colleagues from Pinnacle here and by Pinnacle in general. I know you guys really are going to be real ambassadors for our country here in Trinidad and Tobago. And I know what you do in the years to come will have probably a much more profound influence on the relationship between the U.S. and Trinidad and Tobago than anything we could hope to do at the embassy. And I see you guys as our partners, and I hope you always see us as your partners.
All right, so that's the Deputy Secretary of State there talking about, the relationship between Trinidad and Tobago and the United States of America, that relationship that is now, I guess, stronger than ever. And that's a smart way to go. They're our largest trading partner, and that ought not to be, underestimated, the power that has in terms of the relationship of trade and so on and so forth. Also the energy sector. Now, the Prime Minister did speak yesterday. She had some things to say as well. She laid out several investments and projects that will be underway in the energy sector. So we are seeing a revitalization of the energy sector, and these companies that have a lot of confidence in Trinidad and Tobago in terms of investing in Trinidad and Tobago and setting up shop in Trinidad and Tobago, a whole manufacturing sector right here, inclusive of what they're going to do with the energy companies like the Exxon Mobiles and so on and so forth. It speaks, I guess, to the direction that we're heading in. So I look on and wait for things to materialize, because like I say, I'm not going to be jumping up and letting off fireworks just yet, because we know that these things do take a little while to materialize. I think I also spoke to a report that you all may have missed, the World Bank report that spoke to Trinidad and Tobago's economy turning around by the end of 2026, going into 2027. We are already in the latter half of 2026, and we headed down into that period where the economy is supposed to be shifting and turning around. So it looks like greener pastures in 2027. So we've had to, I guess, make some sacrifices. The government themselves have had to take some licks, some tongue lashing and amongst other things. And by the end of this year, going into next year, we will see what they're definitely made of, and what is on the table for Trinidad and Tobago in terms of progress, because the economy really has to turn around. But if it does, I'm telling you, it's going to be prosperous times, and that is the projection by the World Bank and everybody. I mean, the World Bank ain't setting up no office in Trinidad and Tobago just so, right? That big project that's going on in Maraval there, where the U.S. Embassy is building their headquarters, that massive, that's up. Well, you see that project what's going on there? Do you even understand what's going on there? You didn't pass there, sir? No, you should pass there. You should pass right by, by the roundabout there in Maraval, right, just before you hit by Shops of Maraval there, by Royal Palm and thing. That by the corner there, they have a huge project going on there that the U.S. is conducting there. I think it's like $500 million or some kind of thing, so they're spending to construct this thing. Look, everything is there for you to see with your own eyes. It's just if you want to see it, that is all. And for those who do want to see, well, you know what I mean, we go to Calben. You know what I mean? But given what took place yesterday, and there is more that we'll get to in the second hour before we get to set. There's a couple other clips inside there. There's another part of what Mr. Lando said, more to the energy sector and so on and so forth. But definitely what took place yesterday is a step in the right direction. And it's a positive thing for Trinidad and Tobago. Anytime you get in that kind of attention and investment and, I mean, we had to be headed in the right direction, right? So this budget coming up is going to be a very interesting one given everything that is taking place. But like I said, no hope for all the bells and whistles, as they say. Nothing has really materialized yet. Nothing will materialize between now and October when the Minister of Finance comes with the budget. There will be projections for the next fiscal year of where Trinidad and Tobago is going to be, but don't get excited and expect a raise in pension and all kind of thing. People like to expect all these little things, right? You don't expect that immediately. Those things don't happen with immediate effect. Those things happen over a period of time as the economy starts turning and you got to put the country first and just rock back and relax yourself. Hopefully they could do something to bring down the pricing because the grocery prices are, basically we're in an open market, but hopefully things like that will be dealt with, so cost of living becomes easier. But we wait to see. Observation mode, like I said, you check from the budget last year, October, it is about 10 months in. No need to panic, and no need to be impatient. All right. So before we go to the break and we get to the Minister of the People, Social Development and Family Services, Vandana Mohit, we want to remind you that Trinidad and Tobago, the College of Therapeutic Massage and Beauty Culture Limited, all right, they have their courses that they're offering for those of you who are considering a lucrative career in massage therapy or cosmetology. And you can enroll now for September 2026 and WhatsApp them on 4961111. You can WhatsApp them on 4961111. And you can learn from the experts of 40 years in the field, trained for a job in the fastest growing industry in the world. And they are registered with the Ministry of Education. They are also registered with the Accreditation Council of Trinidad and Tobago for a gate-funded massage diploma. They're also registered with the National Training Agency to teach a cosmetology level 2 CVQ. So give them a call now on 6583907. And like I said, you could WhatsApp them on 4961111. You could also visit their website, www.ttcollegeofmassage.com. All right, we take the break. When we come back from the break, Vandana Mohit will be with us. So stay tuned. We're going to talk to the Minister when we return.
William Monroe's birthday celebration presents a church fundraiser talent show, The Talent Within. Join us on Saturday, the 29th of August at 6:30 p.m. at the San Juan Revival Ministries. Do you have a talent waiting to be discovered? Then this is your time to shine. Amazing cash prizes. First place, 5,000. Second place, 3,000. Third place, 2,000. Fourth place, 1,500. And fifth place, $1,000. Special guest performances by Blessed Messenger and Minister Sean Daniel. Tickets are only $100, and your tickets gives you more than just entry. You'll be automatically entered for a chance to win amazing door prizes: a toaster, pressure cooker, cooler, my personal favorite, a garment steamer, and so much more. Don't miss your chance to enjoy a night of incredible talent, great entertainment, and exciting giveaways. For more information, call 490-6760 or 332-6880. The Talent Within, where gifts are revealed and stars are born.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supply of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78, Bamboo Settlement number 2, Valsane, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor, and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
Air conditioning problems? Then look no further. A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an easy solution for all your automotive, commercial, and domestic air conditioning needs. With 2 convenient locations to serve you, A&K Air Conditioning Supplies offers you an extensive range of parts and services, including pressure test kits, refrigerators, parts, front and rear evaporators for maxi taxis. They also cater for both foreign and local automobile models like Kia, Hyundai, Honda, Nissan, and more. So pay them a visit today at either of their 2 locations. Number 36 Alfonso Street, Sangre Grande. Phone 784-2707 or 386-5700. And number 133 Corner Roland Street and Bonaventure Main Road, Gasparillo. Phone 312-2245 or 782-9720.
Are you tired of managing symptoms without understanding why your body is breaking down? Setwayo's Holistic Health Clinic provides consultation and re-education sessions followed by nutritional therapy programs designed to address the root causes of chronic disease. The clinic works with clients in Trinidad and Tobago and internationally, helping people rebuild the body through correct nutrition, not drugs, supplements, herbs, detoxes, injections, or quick fixes. Setwayo is also the author of You Are Not Sick, You Are Malnourished, a powerful health book that has been the top-selling book on consignment at RIK bookstores nationwide every month since entering the stores. If you're struggling with cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure, obesity, autoimmune issues, fertility challenges, digestive problems, or other chronic condition, book a consultation and re-education session today. Purchase the book at RIK bookstores nationwide, Nelson's Bookstore in Tobago, Amazon, or Gumroad. Visit setwayoclinic.com or call or WhatsApp 279-3935 or 761-1952. Setwayo's Holistic Health Clinic, rebuilding the body, reversing disease through nutritional therapy.
Oh, all right, so we are back. Trying to get the minister here. I know she knows it's 6:30. I don't think we had rescheduled any other time, but I'll see if I could get her shortly, because I know we spoke yesterday, so we're going to find out very shortly. But in the meantime, I said that Mr. Christopher Lando, the Deputy Secretary of State, he had some other things to say at another venue as the events yesterday took place. And I want to take it to that, so we could get that out of the way, you could get in tune with that. And then, let me see if I get on to the minister here, if she responds. And if she doesn't respond, we'll open the phone line, take a few calls on everything that took place yesterday. And I'll see if I get her on at 7 o'clock. All right, so I might have to do a little shuffling here, depending on what she's dealing with right now. So, take me to Christopher Lando, part 2.
I think anybody who's looked at the news over the last several years has seen that in democracy after democracy around the world, the voters have been calling for something different. Business as usual has ceased delivering for the people. Over the past year and a half, that kind of attitude by the voters brought back to power both President Trump in our country and Prime Minister Prasad Bisesar here in Trinidad and Tobago. And I think, as distinguished from a number of former leaders and other leaders around the world, these are two leaders who are absolutely focused like a laser beam on not just producing words, but producing results. And this celebration here today is, ironically, we're using words, but we're actually here to commemorate tangible achievements. I stood this morning at Point Lisa's in front of a rusting steel mill that's been inactive for 10 years, and because of the leadership of the Prime Minister here and President Trump in the United States, that steel mill is now coming back online with incredible benefits. For the people of both countries. And that is true of the other very significant projects that are being unveiled here today with Curlew at Exxon and with BP. These are huge projects that are going to change not only the energy trajectory of this country, but since energy is the basis of all economic activity, the entire economic landscape here. And in our country as well. This is going to allow us to have a much more fruitful commercial relationship and mutually beneficial. I mean, this is what diplomacy is really all about. It is countries looking to advance their own interests, but finding mutually beneficial solutions. It's all about win-win. And again, Prime Minister, I just want to acknowledge your leadership, not only here in Trinidad and Tobago, but really in the region, and really showing that partnering with the United States can yield very concrete benefits for your people, the people of the region, and the people of the United States. So thank you for that. I just want to say again that I think today's ceremony underscores that capital will flow where it is welcome. And your administration has shown that capital is welcome here in Trinidad and Tobago. And that's why these industries, these plants that are now rusting, are getting reopened. And Trinidad and Tobago has an incredible industrial history. It was one of the powerhouses of this region of the world. And I think it has an incredible industrial future. But again, part of that depends on getting investments and capital to make the necessary improvements. And so just want to recognize your leadership on that and say that we in the United States are honored and delighted to work with you in partnership. So I actually think there is probably no better slogan, in a sense, for what is going on here than the slogan that is right on your beautiful Great Seal is standing behind us. Together we aspire, together we achieve. So let's all continue to aspire towards even more meaningful projects we can work on together for the betterment of both our peoples. And let's look forward to future ceremonies like this where we actually show that we not only aspire, but we also achieve. Many thanks.
All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to go to the phone lines. Just before I go to the phone lines, though, could you give me the headline that I sent for you just now? Let me just give you what the Prime Minister had to say here. Because Prime Minister Kamala Prasad-Visesa says agreements reached during a visit by United States Deputy Secretary of State Christopher Landau mark renewed confidence in Trinidad and Tobago and could help drive investment, energy security, and industrial development. All right, now Prasad-Visesa made the comment at a signing ceremony during Landau's official visit to Trinidad and Tobago yesterday. She identified three major commercial initiatives: the Curlew Midstream's proposed fuel storage and bunkering terminal at Point Lisas, the Pinnacle Steel and Vanadium Corporation's proposed restoration of the former Escott plant, and agreements between the NGC and BP linked to the Manikin-Coquina cross-border gas field. Okay? And she said the Manikin-Coquina agreements had removed a major obstacle to development of the field, allowing BP to accelerate its final investment decision. Manikin in Trinidad and Tobago's Block 5B and Coquina in Venezuela's Plataforma Deltana Block 4 are being developed as a single unit, with Trinidad and Tobago holding a 66% share and Venezuela 34%. The Prime Minister noted that both governments agreed to develop the field as a single unit in February of 2015 when she was last Prime Minister. Now, she said 25% of the gas is expected to support domestic power generation, downstream industries, and light industrial customers, while the remaining 75% would support LNG production and increased supply to Atlantic LNG from 2027. Prasad-Visesa also highlighted developments surrounding the Calypso deepwater gas project, saying BP's agreement last week to acquire Woodside's 70% interest would allow BP to assume operatorship and potentially accelerate the project's final investment decision. And she said the government had pushed Woodside to either develop the project or sell its interest. Calypso contains an estimated 4.4 trillion cubic feet of predominantly dry sweet gas, according to the Prime Minister. And she also pointed to other deals like to ExxonMobil's return to Trinidad and Tobago and completion of seismic acquisition in its ultra-deep water acreage as another indication of renewed interest in the country's energy sector. Beyond energy, Prasad-Visesa said the United States partnership included cooperation on organized crime, narcotics and human and firearms trafficking, as well as health and regional diplomacy. She said the proposed restoration of the former ArcelorMittal plant could restore steel-making capacity, create jobs, and benefit local contractors and manufacturers, while Curlew Midstream's proposed terminal could strengthen Point Lisas's energy and maritime infrastructure. And she said TNT's relationship with the United States remained critical, noting that the country had qualified for a lower 10% U.S. tariff following engagements between Foreign and CARICOM Affairs Minister Sean Sobers and United States Trade representatives. And she said the initiatives demonstrated her government's commitment to attracting international investment and creating jobs. All right? And she also mentioned, well, she mentioned all of the investments and so on and so forth that was taking place. All right, the minister said to push it to 7, no problem. So she'll be on at 7 o'clock. So in the meantime, that's just about 18 minutes away. So we're going to take some calls. So we'll have Minister Van Dana Moit on at 7 o'clock. I just got a message from her. So let's get some calls and some reactions and some thoughts as to the developments that took place yesterday. Hello, good morning. Hello?
Hello, good morning, Stephan.
Yeah, morning. Go ahead.
After listening to this plan and listening to the gentleman speak there, I'm feeling like a bird. I'm feeling like the ibis on the picture there to fly. I seen success. I ain't success. I seen it. I feeling it. You understand? And this is great. I know a lot of people were just shocked to see that move like that was making behind the back door that come out in the front now and seeing that. And this is not only for Trinidad and Tobago, this is for the part of the world or outside world, and this is beauty about it. But I have one problem, Mr. Stephan. I only hope that Becky doesn't try to come to stop that one. You understand? Let me see if she has the power for that. Have a nice day, Stephan.
No problem. It's interesting the U.S. Deputy Secretary said that, the type of relationship that the U.S. has now with Trinidad and Tobago, it's not like that for majority of the CARICOM islands, which we saw during the whole issue with Venezuela, where, if this Prime Minister had fallen into that trap, you understand, we would have been, I think, in a very different position today. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Stephan. Good morning.
Morning.
Well, I take this as a glorious day for Trinidad and Tobago, for everyone. You think the speaker, the general secretary, you think somebody induced him, forced him to say those kind words about the PM?
No.
You think anybody have him write his speech? So it's the same PM people were damning to hell, or she's so many awful stuff. So here we are. We have opportunities in construction. Well, steel and, steel, I call it construction. And then energy, the plant is being, talks on the plant, the petroleum plant is being revised and so on and so on. Oh, and not to forget all the police force. Are we seeing anything moving? Are we seeing a future? Does it look bright or does it look... And in any case, he said that she was someone that comparable to Trump in a minute way maybe. What does that say? Apparently Trump does not hate her, as certain people have alluded to, in certain phone calls. You remember that?
I remember that, yeah.
That is right. So I am happy by what we are being told today and hope.
Yeah.
Oh, but Stephan, one thing,
yeah.
Did you hear the union from the steel company trying to agitate?
If what?
The union from ArcelorMittal. They are trying to agitate because remember when the plant was closed down, right? Allegedly, the workers were not paid any severance or whatever you have. So that is something that I would be interested in finding out.
All right, well, we'll see if anybody jumps out. I can't remember which union it was, but that would have been Roger and they.
No, I
No?
don't think so. No, I don't think so. But when one of the speakers was talking, I think they're from the US Embassy, I said, he mentioned that there was a representative from ArcelorMittal. Did you get that?
Okay, all right. Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll
All
see
right.
how it goes. I hope they don't agitate. Just look forward to a brighter future. That's it. Take care.
All right, no
Bye.
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see where the developments go. But definitely some positive things on the horizon. Morning. That's sound.
So this is one.
Right, go ahead.
Yeah. You hear me?
Yeah, we hear you now. I don't know why it switched back. It does do that now and then. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. This is one of the beauties of our democracy. Not only to see how foreign investment in that is rolling, is the feeling that people get when there's a government that comes into power. There's a good feeling that things are happening, and you feel as if not one sector of the public is being served. This is one of the reasons why I get very passionate when I see a new government taking a lot of high-handed approach in different areas. Because some things take more than one term to bear fruit, right? And I think you had mentioned it this morning that if the government will get a second term, then some things that are growing now, it will come to bear some fruit, maybe after 10, maybe after 15 years. So I really want to continue to encourage this new government, government that came into power and their supporters, to encourage them to do things that will give them a second term and discourage them as much as you could. That of a one-term history that this particular party have. Thank you.
All right, no problem. All right. He get through this morning. Morning.
Morning, Stephan.
Well, boy, you go make my mother morning. She like to hear you. Go ahead.
Well, it's a privilege to get some kind of message from this particular meeting with the Prime Minister and the Deputy from
the Deputy Secretary of State.
Position.
The Deputy Secretary of State, yeah.
Right. However, while we welcome what he has said, and one thing I pick up from him is where he admire, together we achieve. Together we aspire, together we achieve. I hear none of the callers so far mention that. Unity. Without unity, nothing will change. The other thing is, there were several meetings before this one, and to date, the Prime Minister has not come out and told us anything. Is it that nothing happened, nothing was discussed, or this is the only true meeting that she really had that we gained anything? The other thing is, this is the same government we thanking, when I say the American government, who canceled the first energy agreement that Biden had signed, right? So while we appreciate what is happening now I follow the politics, I'm not into the politics. I don't support politicians because I don't trust them. And there's many reasons for that I wouldn't discuss here.
Right.
But congratulations on the achievement so far, and what I would like the listeners and the viewers to pick up, not only what we getting out of this year is that the white man came here and acknowledged together we aspire, together we achieve. And as soon as we could unite ourselves, this country will become much better than how we know it to be. No. Have a pleasant morning.
Facts. All right, cool, man. Well, the other meetings, the Prime Minister did speak to many meetings that have been in the works. And remember, I keep telling you, have a lot of things going on in the background, but those meetings are discussions and so on and so forth to get from one point to the next. It's not that they would come out and say anything until it's signed, sealed, and delivered, which is what took place yesterday, in terms of that part of the contribution. But morning.
Morning, Mr. Stephan.
Yeah, morning. What's up?
Well, they say it will take about a year and something to get the plant off the ground.
Yeah.
In 2027. Now, the vanadium they make, they're looking to create or manufacture as well as build impact sockets. So anybody who purchases an impact socket in their life and a toolkit, it does have the vanadium on it. It'll be stamped where it built out of the vanadium. I think I pronounced it incorrect, but anyway.
Okay.
Piggybacking on what the lady said momentarily ago, CNC3 had reached out to the union leader of the steel workers. Now I know we have one steel mill in Trinidad and Tobago. We see it in front of us. It closed down more than a decade ago. They sent them 600 something workers. So I don't know what the union is the union of. Could I get new workers employed in the steel mill to be a union leader? So anyway, they reached out to the gentleman and he said the company reached out to them yet. And he wrote to the PM and he waiting for a response. I said, okay. They haven't put a nail in the ground yet. And they're waiting for a response.
So is it that those Well, is it that those 644 workers fell under that union, and those are the 644 workers that are likely to be experienced in this field that would be first in line to get work?
Well, 10 years ago, 10 years has passed, Mr. Stephan.
But that's what I'm saying. So I would imagine they have all moved on to something else.
Most likely they move on in their life.
Exactly.
I doubt they're sitting on somewhere waiting to be employed.
Waiting for. I would doubt that too. So I'm as confused as you are. I am as confused as you are with that, but I don't know.
So anyway, we happy to see much. You happy to see some achievements. You see the ribbon cutting. They asked me the PM why you wasn't there to cut the ribbon. All kind of question pertaining to nothing.
Yeah, but you see who was there, right?
Right.
Wait, hold on. You see who was there?
Yeah, the second in command. Yeah, I see.
All right, cool, no problem. I think that the Prime Minister is laying it out to people very, very delicately of what is coming to come. And that is why the person that cut in the ribbon right now is the person that is there.
Yeah, man. I understand that too. Okay.
Yeah, man, cool.
Morning. Right. Yeah.
I think that's being done in a very delicate manner. So, I mean, very like, like I say, if you want to see, you will see. Who have eyes will see. You understand what I'm saying? So the PM, people say she wasn't there for the ribbon cutting, but there was, Julian John was there to cut the ribbon. Now she's Minister of Works, but she also holds the position of acting Prime Minister when the Prime Minister is not in the country. And anyway, morning.
Good morning, Stephan.
That could be a sign. I don't know. Never know. What's going on, Brian? Talk to us.
Good morning, good morning. I sent you a picture. I don't know if you saw it.
A picture?
Right? I was very much present yesterday at the opening of the steel bill as a member of the government as well.
Uh-huh.
And I have to say that yesterday was a defining moment in Trinidad and Tobago. Yesterday, a promise was made where we shall recreate jobs in this country. We made a promise that what was done wrong, we shall undo. One of the greatest things that ills that was done was the closure of the steel mill. And what we saw yesterday was a mill that 10 years was made to languish. This government, in under just 1 year, has been able to restart it. We have made great steps forward by a Prime Minister, the Honorable Kamala Persad-Bissessar, who said to the nation that she will ensure that people are able to move forward. And we were able to show that with the reopening of the steel mill. We were also able to show that yesterday there were great signings with our energy partners,
right?
With ExxonMobil and all of them. So again, it shows that we are a government that is about fulfilling our promises. Promises made, promises delivered. Yesterday I was so happy to be part of that. And yesterday when we saw the Deputy Secretary of State, Mr. Lando, was here, and the man was very pleased to see that we have a government that is working with his government.
Right.
And I was happy when he used our nation's watchwords to talk about where together we aspire, together we achieve. And we are working together with our international partners. And with working with them, we will ensure that the country is going to move forward. So this was a great day for the government of Trinidad and Tobago, and a great day for the people of Trinidad and Tobago. On April 28th, the people gave us a mandate, and that mandate was to fix the ills that was happening. And this is one of them, Stephan.
All right.
And all I will tell the nation is stay tuned. More is to come with this government led by the Honorable Kamala Persad-Bissessar, Prime Minister.
All right, no problem, man. Thanks a lot. I'm seeing here, just now, just on another note. Thanks a lot, Brian. I'm seeing here, I know how the story here, you know. I'm seeing here, that's not. Because that, it's about the revoking of visas. Where's the story going? Oh, look at here. So I'm seeing here that the State Department has revoked more than 175,000 visas, right? Now, the majority of the visas were revoked due to law enforcement encounters for a range of criminal activity with assault, driving under the influence, theft, and drug crimes being the leading causes. A significant share of visas were revoked for reckless driving, sexual assault, child abuse, fraud, and embezzlement, and others, and criminal activities, right? Right. I just saw this come up now, and I'm looking at 175,000 visas revoked from foreign nationals who violated the terms of their visas, committed crimes, and called for violence against U.S. citizens, defrauded Americans, abused the immigration system, or endangered national security. I know that we have a few visas that were revoked here, right? I think it's 20-something of them, of a particular group. So I saw this just pop up in my news feed here now. So anyway, we got to go to the break because the minister she's setting up and she's almost ready to go. All right, or we are ready to go. Guys, you can send the link as we go to the break here. But as we go to the break, I want to remind you that Chef Shiraz, let me see. Chef, where is Chef? Right. Yes, no, that's the wrong one. I have to delete that. Right. Chef has the food costing, restaurant and catering operations, one-day workshop, Ramsing Plaza in Chagonas, and the topics covered will be menu writing, cost and quality control, portion control, wastage control, shopping list creation, purchasing, profit and loss, food yield testing, and much more. Workshop material and refreshments will be provided, and you will get a certificate of participation. So all you need to do is check him out. This happens on the 22nd of August. So you have limited time to get yourself registered for this. Give him a call or WhatsApp him on 3724-639 or 737-5097 and get started today. We're 7 o'clock. Across Trinidad and Tobago. We're going to take the break. When we come back, Minister of the People, Social Development and Family Services, Vandana Mohit, will be with us. We're going to talk about some things as it relates to that ministry, and hopefully we can get some information from her that will ease the minds of many who have been calling and messaging me on certain things with a pension, etc., etc. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
William Monroe's birthday celebration presents a church fundraiser talent show, The Talent Within. Join us on Saturday, the 29th of August at 6:30 p.m. at the San Juan Revival Ministries. Do you have a talent waiting to be discovered? Then this is your time to shine. Amazing cash prizes. First place, 5,000. Second place, 3,000. Third place, 2,000. Fourth place, 1,500. And fifth place, $1,000. Special guest performances by Blessed Messenger and Minister Sean Daniel. Tickets are only $100. And your tickets gives you more than just entry. You'll be automatically entered for a chance to win amazing door prizes, a toaster, pressure cooker, cooler, my personal favorite, a garment steamer, and so much more. Don't miss your chance to enjoy a night of incredible talent, great entertainment, and exciting giveaways. For more information, call 490-6760 or 332-6880. The Talent Within, where gifts are revealed and stars are born.
Eden Heights Clinic is one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean. They offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including prelozone therapy, live blood analysis, halotherapy, limb bagging, nutritional programs, colon hydrotherapy, weight loss programs, oxygen baths, and more. Their professional doctors, Drs. Carlos Navarro, Bronwyn Navarro, and Brian Thompson provide consultation services in areas of diabetes detox programs, arthritis, sports injuries, heart disease, high blood pressure, persons suffering with knee, shoulder, and back pain. At Eden Heights Clinic, they understand that your health is your wealth. Get in touch with them to determine which service is the right choice for you. Visit them at any one of their 3 locations at 13 Montague Avenue, Twin City, at 41 Ramsaran Street, Shoguanas, or give them a call at 640-8985 or 613-7571, or send them a WhatsApp to 493-9196. Eden Heights Clinic is your right choice.
Welcome to Caribbean Tourist Villa, your home away from home in the heart of Port of Spain. With over 25 years of trusted hospitality, Caribbean Tourist Villa has been a reliable choice for both business professionals and vacationers. Our guest rooms are thoughtfully equipped with all the essentials for a relaxing and productive stay, and our tranquil pool area is perfect for relaxation after a busy day. We've created the ideal space for you to relax, recharge, and enjoy. Give us a call to book your stay today.
If you want to be a better chef at home or advance your professional career,
Chef Shiraz Culinary Academy is the best place to be.
Some of the courses that we offer here at the Academy: Creative National Cuisine 1 and 2, Baking and Pastry 1 and 2, Kids Summer Cooking Classes, one-day classes at the workshop. We have Asian cooking classes and certificate in culinary arts, food lovers and professionals.
Start your culinary journey today with us at the Chef Shiraz Culinary Academy.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595, to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chaguanas, or Rio Claro.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE. That is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
Master Ganesh Bhargav offers powerful guidance for all kinds of life problems, doubts, confusion, protection needs, and clarity. His astrology practice comes from a powerful ancestral tribal lineage with over 500 years of astrological and spiritual practice. Bhargavji does not dominate or pressure clients. Instead, he focuses on fixing problems with care and balance. His reunion love spells and death reversal spells are designed to restore harmony and provide lifetime protection. This is not individual effort alone, but collective spiritual power working for you. Many clients notice strong positive changes within a few sessions. Call +1 868 347 2350.
All right, people, so we're back, and as promised, we're 6 minutes past the hour, 7 o'clock, it's Tuesday morning. We have the Minister of the People, Social Development and Family Services with us this morning via Zoom. We're going to bring her in, the Honorable Vandana Mohit, and she's also the MP for Chaguanas East. Vandana, good morning to you. How are you?
Good morning to you as well. I'm okay. How are you?
I am fine. I'm fine. Don't look so serious, you know. Use Minister of the People, you know. You can't look so serious on early so in the morning, you know. People don't get people worried this morning, you know. Right? You know, some people feel the sky falling, but we will find out here this morning what's going on with your ministry. Now, I wanted to find out as we get things started. You have a program called SEED, SEED. I do not know if this is a program that was around before or if this is something new, but tell us about this SEED program.
Well, first of all, thank you for the opportunity to be on your program this morning. I know it's been a long time I'm supposed to be here.
Yes,
but it's my pleasure to be here, to share as much information as I can with the people of Trinidad and Tobago. In terms of the SEED grant, that is a small entrepreneurial grant, a business grant for persons with small businesses. So, over the last year or so, we would have been distributing this grant. Now, in 2010 to 2015, the Ministry of the People at the time would have brought forward the NSDP program, the National Social Development Program. And under this program, you would have had the home repair grant, the plumbing grant, plumbing and electrical grant. That is where you get assistance to do plumbing and electrical in your home so you could get electricity and water connection.
Right.
The disaster relief grant, when you have disasters in your home, you get assistance. In addition to that, you have the SEED grant, which is the entrepreneurial grant for persons with small businesses. During the last year, as of September last year, we would have given out 30 SEED grants, at different locations throughout the country in groups. But this year, I decided to individually visit persons. So last week alone, we delivered, I believe it was 8 to 10 grants to persons throughout the country, and we have about 17 more. Stephan, you would have heard, the cries out there in terms of people, claiming all different sorts of things.
Right.
But what I want to say this morning is there are opportunities available, and I would have heard other members too of different parties claiming that there are no opportunities to people and so on. And I would like to state here this morning that since we took office, opportunities that has been laying in ministries, we have been delivering it directly to people. Yes, we have some challenges, and I'll tell you, we have challenges, particularly in the social welfare division.
Okay.
But the National Development Program, we have been able to distribute almost 1,600 disaster relief and home repair grants to people of this country through our community-based approach. In addition to that, we've been able to almost distribute 50-something SEED grants. I have another 17 that came to my desk yesterday to go throughout the country again and distribute these grants. What we are doing is we are bringing opportunity to people.
Right, but just
yes?
hold on one second. I just picked up on something here that I don't think I don't want it to fly over people's head here. The SEED grant, you going personally and deliver it to people?
Personally. And I'll tell you the reason for that, why I'm doing this personally. Over the years, you would hear people say, or you would hear people, little murmurs or rumors that people get these grants, not just SEED, social welfare grants, and they don't use it for the purpose given.
Right.
What I'm doing is I'm visiting. I'm visiting to see, yes, you have a small business set up where you are at with your business, if it's existing, if you're trying, but you're not getting where you want to be because you lack certain equipment, etc. Presenting these grants to persons. So when persons receive these grants now, when I visit them personally, there's a development aspect of these grants. So when I visit personally and I see what's needed, I'm able to say to staff that visit with me, hi, okay, no problem. This is where we at. I would like you to look at the developmental aspect follow up with these persons and monitor the progress of these persons. So you don't just give assistance, you monitor the progress and the growth of the people.
Okay, that's great. No, that's great because it's true what you're saying. Sometimes people apply for a grant, they get the grant, and then you don't know what happens. But that hands-on approach that you're taking, I think is, I think that's unheard of. I've never heard of a minister going personally to meet people to hand them a grant. And I mean, it's not being publicized per se. Like you're going like, with a whole film crew. I mean, I know you all will do your thing for your social media page, but my thing is that, something like that, an initiative like that, with that hands-on personal approach gives the entrepreneur, of course, it gives them a different feeling as to the interest that you are showing in their business as well, because we want to encourage entrepreneurship. We want small businesses to grow, as much as they can. And I think taking that personal approach there is, I don't think anybody could knock that. I think that's a terrific thing. You were speaking about other opportunities outside of that. You spoke about the disaster grant and the home repair grant. How do people qualify for these grants?
Well, the thing about it is we reviewed the means test. So as at 1st of June 2026, you have a means test, which was existing before. We would have reviewed that to suit the economic climate now. Right. And persons are assessed, and when they qualify, they receive these grants. In terms of the disaster though, we work with the DMU units, the disaster management units. Right. That is through Ministry of Local Government, Rural Development and Local Government. So there's a system where the photos, etc., they are uploaded, and we are the secondary respondents. So we respond once we get the photos, we visit, etc. We work with our local government. For instance, if they don't upload the photos, we work with them and say, well, hey, listen, we need your assistance here. We need to get photos, etc., so we can assist these people. Right. And that is how we work. So it's the home repair grants. Yes, you go through a means test, but we've updated the means test, and more people can now qualify.
All right. And I just want to I've been having some issues with people asking me about their pension, old age pension, right? Now we know 65 is the age. Now, I would imagine that there's information out there with all the documents or all of the things that you have to submit to the ministry, when you should submit it, things like that. But in case, in case there are people who don't know, because I've had people say that they've submitted whatever, and then they get a call, they go down to the office, certain offices that is particularly give trouble apparently. They go to these offices, they're told that they're missing this, they had to go and bring this, and they have them going back and forth. Now, I don't know if that's a regular occurrence or one-off occurrences. I know that people sometimes it's not on the ministry's end, but it's on the person, maybe not knowing or having enough information as to what is required when applying for the old age pension. So what is the best advice that you could give? And if there was any sort of delays in terms of distribution there, have those delays been dealt with, and is it on stream now?
Sure. So this is a little bit of explaining to do, because I want persons to understand exactly where I'm coming from. Okay. Firstly, these offices were left without the necessary staffing. Okay. In social welfare offices, you have officers responsible for geographical areas, according to the various local boards. When these areas were left without officers, as a result of that, persons did not receive their home visits, the necessary home visits. So that is why you would see or you would hear persons calling into your program to say it's been 2 years, 3 years, and they did not receive their house visit. It's been 6 months, well, not 6 months, 8 months, and so on, right? So when these offices were not staffed, the challenge arose. Okay. What we did is within the last, I believe it was a few months ago. I can't remember the exact date because it's so many dates I'm dealing with. But I did speak about it in the Parliament via a statement, a ministerial statement, and we hired 30 officers, SSDUs, Social Service Delivery Officers, to fill in while Service Commission fill those positions within the offices, the necessary offices, the local boards.
All right.
We have these officers on a short-term basis. And what these officers have been doing is they have been dealing with the backlog of cases at the offices. So it's not going to be dealt with in a matter of months because of the fact that it's quite a lot of cases. When we hired these officers, it was about 6,500 cases in backlog.
Wow.
So and we are still having a challenging time finalizing the actual number of cases in backlog. So yes, we do have some offices with challenges.
Right.
Where you get the complaint from. I would not name them here this morning because it is my intention to continue to work with the existing staff of the Social Welfare Division to resolve the problem. I'm in office, I can't pry on the problem, I have to try to resolve the problem. What I would tell you, however, is despite the fact of us having challenges, we are looking at the data coming before us and we are going to up the staffing to try to, clear the backlog as soon as we can. But what I want to share with you this morning is I'm working on several matters with my team. The executive of the Ministry of the People, we've been meeting with Ministry of Finance to secure the funding for the backlog cases as well as new cases that will come forward to us in the new fiscal year. I'm not sitting on it. As you could see, just recently, we cleared a backlog of $53 million with Children's Authority.
Yeah, I saw that.
And the problems that exist, I'm not allowing it to continue to be a delay for the ministry. I'll share with you. Just recently, when we were dealing with our budget exercise for the new fiscal year, the new number of persons who would have come on board from October to now under SCP alone and social assistance grants was 80-something hundred, 8,952, I believe it was, but over 8,000 to be accurate.
Right.
So this means that we are clearing the backlog. But there are instances where we still have some challenges where officers are going on leave and so on, so I have to put replacement officers. But the challenge with social welfare has been the filling of vacancies by the Service Commission. So the ministry has been in liaison with Service Commission and they have asked us to go ahead with a process which we will go ahead with and attempt to fill these vacancies. But we have to ensure that we do so in line with their, guidance in terms of filling vacancies.
Okay.
So, in time we have short-term persons, but persons are getting through. I want to share that with you. Persons are getting through. I've had several persons thank me, for their pension and so on.
All right. Well, I know that's a process. Anytime you have short staff or anything like that, or you're hiring staff on short term, they got to be trained, things like that. All of that takes time. The backlog is that's a lot of backlog, boy. But at least I admire the fact that you're honest enough to say this is not something. It's not a backlog that you're going to clear within the next month. It is a backlog that will clear gradually over a period of time. And I know that some people, they lose patience because, when you're aging, sometimes you just feel like, I'm dead and I ain't get a pension. But I know you, and I know that would never be your intention because I know you. We've worked together, cerebral palsy and that kind of thing. I've seen the work that you do on the ground. So I know what you give, right? I have somebody here telling me about self-help. Apparently they have a leaking roof and they applied in December they visited in December 2023, but anytime they go to the office, the application always under consideration. They tell them come back in June, June month 10, and all kind of thing here, so they're going back and forth. But that visit was in 2023. I do not know if now that, and that's 3 years ago, so I don't know if now that the administration has changed, if that would require a visit by your ministry to get things back going with the self-help for this person in this particular case then. What would that person have to do? Should they come back in and should another visit be done?
So the thing about it is self-help doesn't fall under my ministry.
Oh, self-help is not you?
Yes. So I want to share that with the public as well. Previously, it was under Ministry of Community Development. Now it is under OPM. However, I know there's some review happening there, and the team, the self-help team, they are working towards outstanding applications. I will tell you that much, which I know. They have some review happening there in terms of the grants and persons who would have applied previously and did not get through. The only home repair grant that the Ministry of the People has is that of the National Social Development Program, which I just explained to you. That is our home repair grant. So what you can do is, I don't want to make you a BOA at this point because this is your show, but if you wish and you would like to forward the information to me, of course there's a great liaison with Office of the Prime Minister and the Ministry of the People, because you know how dear the Ministry of the People is to the Prime Minister.
Yeah.
I can always forward it to her office and ask for an update.
No problem.
An update for.
That's no problem. I'll forward it. And it's done. Do it already without any invitation from anybody asking people. It's done. Message me already. Disability though. I just want to ask about disability grants. I have heard under the previous administration, right? People have often complained to me that, boy, you had to be 100% disabled in order to qualify for a grant and this, that, and the other. I never knew it to be that way before. When it was between 2010 and 2015, I did not know it to be that way. And then I started to hear people tell me about that. You can't be 70% or 80%. It had to be 100% for you to qualify for a grant, this, that, and the other. Now, disability has always been something close and dear to my heart because when somebody is disabled, they cannot work. The grant itself, I think it's like $2,000.
Yes.
Right. I don't know if that might be increased as once the country is in a better economic situation. I do not know if it's something that we could look at increasing in terms of disability, but in terms of qualifying for that grant, that disability grant, what is the requirement?
So firstly, let me deal with the raise in disability. At this given point in time, the government has been able to sustain all its grants.
Right.
You know the challenges we are facing in this country. The Prime Minister, she's always, trying to tell all of us, try your best and look after the people. So I'm trying my best, looking after the vulnerable persons of society. But in terms of any increases right now, I cannot speak to that. What I can tell you in terms of the form, that particular form, just yesterday, someone, sent to me where the doctor paper said 95% disabled. But it said on the form that they can, I can probably pull it up now. The person appears that they can work, and I found that strange myself. But what I would share with you, Stephan, is very early in the game. Let me tell you what it said. Reason applicant is not considered to be so disabled that they are unable to earn a livelihood. That's what it said on the form.
Okay.
And the paper from the doctor says 95% disabled. So, very early in the game, the Minister of Health and we would have consulted on this matter.
Okay.
So there's a representative currently from the Ministry of the People who we would have submitted, and we received an interim report on this particular form. So both the Ministry of Health and the Ministry of the People, we are in consultation. There's a committee set up right now, and they are working on reviewing this form. So I'm hoping very soon we'll have a new policy in place for this particular matter, but I don't want to speak specifically on that right now because of the fact that the work of the committee is ongoing. Just last week, I had a read. I would have been able to peruse the interim report. So let the work of that committee happen. The means test committee reported in less than 6 months, and they had 6 months. So I would allow this committee to do their work through the Minister of Health, and once that information comes back to us, we will work accordingly, of course, with the cabinet approval.
Okay, brilliant. Now with the pension, now I remembered, now I know it have a ceiling. Right? I remembered that under Kamala Prasad Bisesa between 2010 and 2015, if I'm not mistaken, and I remember well, when you were collecting, let's say you were on disability, right? And you got NIS, and then you qualified for pension, right? You would have gotten the ceiling for the NIS and the pension, and I think you were still receiving your disability, if I'm not mistaken, right? And I could be mistaken during that period of time. But how is it right now? Because here what this happened to me when my father was alive. My father was getting disability while he was getting NIS, right? Right, it's when he was getting NIS, not pension. He was getting NIS, but he was on disability. And when he started to get the NIS, they were still sending the disability check. We didn't know, I know before, that's how it was. If you're collecting, if it was on disability again, NIS used to get the boat. Next thing I get a call from the ministry the ministry that you're in charge of now, telling me that my father owed them $100 and something thousand, or some $100,000 and had to pay it back. And they started to deduct his pension. So instead of him getting his full pension, they started to send a check for $500. They made their own decision as to how much money they're going to take out the man check, right? To pay back this money. So NIS and disability. If you are disabled but you're collecting NIS, do you still get the disability? Do you still get the disability? Or is that policy the same as it was under the last administration?
Stephan, if you're guessing,
I like how you smile with that one. Go ahead.
So, what I want to share with you is World Bank and the IDB.
Okay.
They've been working with the Ministry of the People in terms of the social services reform. And there's a report existing on error, fraud, and assessment within the Ministry of People. And this is one of the reasons that the current cabinet took a decision that as of August 1st, all new applicants will have to go on the direct deposit system, which is your pension or your grants must be paid to the bank. Right? This is one of the reasons. So we have about 38,000 persons on checks, 38 to 40,000 persons on checks currently. Eventually, we will transition these persons into the direct deposit. But as at August 1st, we made a decision, new applicants must be paid through direct deposit.
Okay.
In terms of error, fraud, and assessment as well, what you would have noticed is when we got into office, there was a backlog in terms of responses from the National Insurance Board, NIB, NIS, as well as the Immigration Department.
Okay.
That's where persons' travel patterns, and you are able to see, you get persons' travel patterns from immigration, and you are then also able to see if persons are in receipt of NIS benefit. Now, there was a backlog in those two. We still have a backlog in immigration, which we are trying to address.
All right.
Now, when you are not receiving responses on time, you are not able to see whether applicants are in receipt of NIS. So you continue, what the ministry did at the time, they continued paying the NIS, the disability.
The disability, okay.
Whilst they await the response. And when they get the response, then they write the persons, and then they have to engage in a collection.
Right.
So they have to get back the state money. So previously you had this walk-in system. Under us, previously you had a walk-in system. You go into NIS, you fill out the physical form. But this ministry claimed digitization efforts in the past, and I really don't know what they were digitizing at the time. Yes?
Right.
So you have this digital system where you forward the information and you get the response. But then there was a backlog in that too. So we cleared that, and now monthly we work with NIB to ensure that we get all our responses on time, so we don't end up in situations such as what you are speaking of.
Okay.
So it all requires a lot of collaboration and a lot of effort, because this ministry is a ministry that relies heavily on other state agencies for the results.
Okay.
That
all
is
right.
grants, etc. Right? So, for example, NIS print our checks. Good?
Right.
So last year we had a breakdown in the machine, and I visited NIB, National Insurance Board office, to look at what was happening, and there was a breakdown in the machine. Only to recognize that the breakdown in this machine, it was not the first time. And the NIB would have made recommendations previously to have the machine repaired, etc., and it was not done. So I'm now looking at doing that, because of course the transition of 40,000 persons on checks
yeah.
it requires this machine to print these checks.
Mm-hmm.
I would also share with you that I've heard members of the opposition speak about the late payments of grants, which we've never done. The only time we paid grants late was when we had that breakdown in the machine at NIB.
Right.
We have paid social assistance grants on time since we came in office. I will also share with you that members of the opposition claim that we pay grants late. They also claim that this never happened under them, when I saw several articles with the government at the time apologizing to citizens for the late payment of grants.
Right.
And I also want to share with you that I recently took to Cabinet for approval to pay TT Post, who deliver the grants, the checks, and to pay NIB, who print the checks, to pay social assistance, that is pension, disability, public assistance, food support. I recently took to Cabinet a backlog of payments to be approved. And let me explain that to you. Since 2021, the ministry did not pay the NIB, and the TT Post, I think was 2022, somewhere around there for TT Post, did not pay for the printing and delivery of checks. So NIB print the checks, TT Post deliver the checks. We did not pay. When I came into office and I witnessed the breakdown of the machine, I asked the question, do we pay for the printing of these checks? And do we pay for these checks to be delivered? Or is there a state arrangement? Because these are state entities. After my permanent secretary inquired and inquired and inquired, we received, bills. So when persons say that we are paying checks late and they deliver on time, I asked the question, you delivered on time, yet you had to apologize on several occasions. you delivered on time, but yet you never paid to print the checks and you never paid to deliver the checks. So now I have to pay for it, this government.
Right.
We have to pay for it. So it's a lot of cleaning up of mess we are engaged in.
All right. All right.
And it is not easy, but we are not giving up because we will never give up on the people of Trinidad and Tobago. We are here to serve them.
All right. We just have about 2 minutes. In the 2 minutes that we have, you want to add anything in terms of the population and the ministry and you know, any works that you have going on that will, you know, bring some relief to people in the coming months or as we move forward?
Well, I know the biggest issue is the payment of grants, meaning the field visits, etc., to close cases and allow them their approval and to receive their grants. I know that's the biggest challenge within the social welfare division. I want to assure members of the public that the ministry is working assiduously to solve this problem, to resolve these issues in which you are facing. I've also sent out through my permanent secretary and the acting director of the social welfare division that the employees at these offices are to treat the citizens with a level of respect and to understand that we are serving the vulnerable population and they must be treated with some form of care and kindness. I want to assure the public that I continue to work on these. We continue to deliver from the ministry in terms of home repair, in terms of small business grants. We continue to take care of the children through the Children's Authority. We continue to pay debts left by the previous administration to ensure that this ministry runs smoothly. We would have upgraded the standard means test grant to serve you better. We are working on other matters. We continue to support NGOs. Just last week, I gave one-off grant to support young men because we recognize that the support for young men was lacking. We're also bringing on the Guide Talk program very shortly. I don't have enough time to speak about all of that, but I'll come on again, Stephan, and speak about all of these different programs that we have. But the ministry is working. We are working through the Gender Affairs Division, the Child Affairs Division to continue to pay, homes, etc., for the care of vulnerable children within the states, under the state's purview. In addition to that, we have launched the Mindful Me Journal to help children cope with stress. Very shortly, you will see it being launched in the National Laptop Initiative with the Ministry of Education. The new batch of laptops will have that digital version of the Mindful Me Journal to help children. So we are working to better serve communities. We'll have some changes in terms of some of our offices. I know there's a problem with the Tunapuna location in terms of the traffic, going into that office, and the Chaguanas as well as the Grandi locations. We are working to reduce the traffic at those locations because I believe it plays a significant role in terms of some of the issues that we face there. So bear with us, members of the public. Whilst we are faced with challenges, we are also delivering, and we want you to see that this government is here working for you, the people. Thank you very much for having me. It was my pleasure. I hope I would have shared the information in which you require for your viewers.
Of course.
So I do look forward to coming on again sometime in the near future to share as much as I can share.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Minister, and it was a pleasure having you on. And yeah, we're going to chat again soon. All right, so take it easy and keep up the good work.
Thanks a lot.
All right, no problem. So that is Minister of the People, Social Development and Family Services, of course, Vandana Mohit on the inside. I think we got a lot of information there. A lot of insight into some of the work being done in order to speed up the process, so that you can receive that service, in quick time. The backlog, anytime you have a backlog to clear, I didn't know the backlog was that bad though. That is a real backlog set out all over here like, what? That is real backlog, you know what I mean? But I know if anybody gonna get it done, she'll get it done, all right? And like I said, when you come into office and you take up a new job or a new role, whether it be a ministry or a company or whatever the case might be, if you encounter a mess, you had to clean up the mess and then you have to try to streamline things, and that takes a little time. So I know a lot of people have been messaging me about the pension and the this and the that and the other. To the guy with the self-help, well, now that will fall under the ministry. That falls under OPM. But I will forward the information to the minister, and she could forward it to those in the OPM to see if they could, have that resolved so that you could get the assistance that you need. All right, so I hope that this morning the minister laid it out, the information that you would have wanted and you needed to hear. I think she gave a lot. And there's a lot that she didn't get to talk about with all these programs that they have going on. So there are opportunities out there. You just have to, go to the ministry's page. They post everything on the social media pages, It's all out there. Hopefully, they'll start doing some advertising and things soon, and the word will be out there even more. But check them out on the social media pages, and thanks to the minister for giving us some time this morning. I know she was a little busy earlier, but she said, hold on, I'm dealing with something here, 7 o'clock for sure. So 7 o'clock on. So despite a hectic morning, she was still able to give us that time that we required. All right, so Seth Weil aboard is here. We'll be talking about kidney stones when we return. So don't go anywhere. Breaking Dawn continues after this, man. Yeah?
William Monroe's birthday celebration presents a church fundraiser talent show, The Talent Within. Join us on Saturday, the 29th of August at 6:30 p.m. at the San Juan Revival Ministries. Do you have a talent waiting to be discovered? Then this is your time to shine. Amazing cash prizes. First place, 5,000. Second place, 3,000. Third place, 2,000. Fourth place, 1,500. And fifth place, $1,000. Special guest performances by Blessed Messenger and Minister Sean Daniel. Tickets are only $100. And your tickets gives you more than just entry. You'll be automatically entered for a chance to win amazing door prizes, a toaster, pressure cooker, cooler, my personal favorite, a garment steamer, and so much more. Don't miss your chance to enjoy a night of incredible talent, great entertainment, and exciting giveaways. For more information, call 490-6760 or 332-6880. The Talent Within, where gifts are revealed and stars are born.
At Adams Optical, we care for your vision with everything from stylish frames, contact lenses, and sunglasses, starting at just $595 to advanced eye care services. We also diagnose and manage conditions like glaucoma and cataracts with our in-house ophthalmologist. Additional services include OCT, VFT, and cataract surgeries. Visit us at San Fernando, Chiguanas, or Rio Claro.
Welcome to Car City Trading, your #1 supply of brand new Korean auto parts. Come on down to lot number 78, Bamboo Settlement number 2, Valsain, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, and 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday to get your Hyundai and Kia vehicular needs. Car City Trading has everything your vehicle needs, from a brand new head and blocks to engine parts, transmissions, suspension parts, body parts, electrical parts, braking system, AC system, even the smallest sensor, and much more. WhatsApp us today at 704-2246 or call us at 645-2603 and let us be your car parts solution. Be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and look out for our monthly deals and promotions. Car City Trading, quality products at unbeatable prices.
Concerned about the safety and security of your property? Then look no further. At Electromatic Gate Systems, they specialize in fabrication of gates, fencing, and much more. They also provide remote control access for sliding and swing gates and garage doors for residential, commercial, and industrial use. Have a design in mind? They can fabricate and motorize it into reality. Why choose them? They supply Italian-made motors backed by 10 years warranty, and you can ask about their lifetime warranty packages. Electromatic Gate Systems remains the sole authorized distributor for ProfoundNet throughout the Caribbean. Don't compromise your security. Contact them today at 333-GATE, that is 333-4283. Find them on Google, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or visit their website at www.electromaticgates.com. Their team is standing by to assist.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors, roti makers. Try Chic Leisha high quality, unbleached, bromate free, all purpose and whole wheat flour. Bleached flour and bromate flour is treated with chemicals that can cause cancer, and this is banned in Europe and many other countries. Chic Leisha flour offers a healthier option, being that it's unbleached and bromate free. It also has a finer grain and a softer texture, lower priced and conveniently packaged in 2 pound, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. Available at groceries and supermarkets. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Chic Leisha Limited at 665-3336 or 480-8715, or visit them at Warrenville, Canupia. Chic Leisha Limited, quality you can trust. Are you tired of managing symptoms without understanding why your body is breaking down? Setwire's Holistic Health Clinic provides consultation and re-education sessions followed by nutritional therapy programs designed to address the root causes of chronic disease. The clinic works with clients in Trinidad and Tobago and internationally, helping people rebuild the body through correct nutrition, not drugs, supplements, herbs, detoxes, injections, or quick fixes. Setwire is also the author of You Are Not Sick, You Are Malnourished, a powerful health book that has been the top-selling book on consignment at RIK bookstores nationwide every month since entering the stores. If you're struggling with cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure, obesity, autoimmune issues, fertility challenges, digestive problems, or other chronic condition, book a consultation and re-education session today. Purchase the book at RIK bookstores nationwide, Nelson's Bookstore in Tobago, Amazon, or Gumroad. Visit setwireclinic.com or call or WhatsApp 279-3935 or 761-1952. Setwire's Holistic Health Clinic, rebuilding the body, reversing disease through nutritional therapy.
All right, people, so we are back. We got Setwire aboard with us. We are 10 minutes away from the hour of 10 minutes away from the hour of 8 o'clock. And Setwire, of course, is represented by Setwire's Holistic Health Clinic. And it's all about reversing those diseases rather than managing them. And we'll give you the contact information. Everything will be on the screen. We get into a topic called kidney stones. All right, named kidney stones is the topic. Set, all is yours, man. Kidney stones.
Good morning, Stephan Reis, Synergy
What going
TV,
on, man?
and all of our viewers, locally, regionally, and internationally. So, of course, kidney stones, because I'm sure probably all of us know somebody that suffered with kidney stones, or many have suffered with it themselves, and you know it's something very painful.
Yep.
All right? So, most people usually look about or address kidney stones by trying to deal with the stones itself, but people need to take a more preemptive approach to prevent the condition from developing. And many people are unaware of how this condition developed. So we are going to go into that, get a little bit of understanding of kidney stones, and then on what causes it. And it's going to be quite interesting, quite interesting.
All right, let's
start with the first slide. All right, so what is a kidney stone? So it's a hard mineral and salt deposit that would accumulate in the kidneys due to high concentration levels, and then it can crystallize and form together and cause a kidney stone. So this could end up blocking parts of the urinary tract, and that could lead to problems. In fact, untreated kidney stones can actually cause kidney failure. It could cause sepsis, which
Right.
could even cause death, right? Though that is rare because usually people address it before, but partial continuous blockage from kidney stones can lead to kidney failure.
All right.
So there are people who have been, I would say, managing chronic kidney stones for years, all right? And some have been managing it with stents, putting in a stent to widen the urinary tract to get it to pass out, but you have to address what is causing it. Now, as you can see, there are different types of kidney stones. You have about 5 types. All right, you have calcium oxalate stones, you have calcium phosphate stones, uric acid stones, struvite stones, and cystine stones. Now, as you look at it, you're going to see that calcium stones make up the majority of kidney stones, with calcium oxalate stones making up 80%. So we would spend most of the time this morning addressing the calcium oxalate stones, and coming down to the end, we would address the calcium phosphate stones.
Okay.
I mean, the others could easily be addressed too. For example, uric acid stones caused from excess uric acid and high uric acid concentration in the urine. And of course, number one contributor to high uric acid levels is fructose, which fructose is something I've dealt with many times on the program. Struvite stones usually caused from infection, and cystine stones is usually caused from people that have certain genetic predisposition, all right? But as we see, calcium-based stones make up about 90% of all kidney stones. So let's get into the other side. Let's start with the calcium oxalate stones. So most kidney stones are calcium oxalates, which makes it very simple. It's made up of calciums, oxalates, so equals calcium oxalate stones, all right? So everybody know about calcium, right? Everybody know about calcium. But not much people know about oxalates. So what we are going to go into a little bit is where oxalates come from. So let's go to the next diagram. Let's go to the third diagram here. Where does oxalate come from? You have dietary oxalates. Now this one is quite interesting because a lot of things that people like actually comes with oxalates. For example, chocolate, green leafy vegetables, you have nuts, you have beetroots, you have teas, you have certain fruits. And here's something else that people don't know. It's not on the image there. Ground provision. Ground provision is high in oxalates, especially potato and sweet potatoes, right? And you know what makes it worse? When you fry potatoes and sweet potatoes, it retains most of the oxalates. So fried stuff, potatoes, fried ground provision. Of course, we have a high French fry culture.
Yeah, French fries, yeah.
So people are unaware that they are increasing their oxalate load. Now keep in mind, oxalates have no essential benefit for the human body. It is basically, you could say, a waste product. Once it enters the body, it has to be excreted. So it's not something that your body benefits from. So it's better to simply avoid it, because you don't want to have an excess amount of it, because it increases the risk and likelihood of you developing kidney stones.
Right.
Now we also have the endogenous form, which means it's made by the body. Your body can and does also produces oxalates.
Okay.
So this is something that you cannot actually totally avoid. But you do have an impact in the amount of load that the body has from oxalate, so the oxalate load. So let's go to the other slide here. So let's see how the body makes oxalates, because we understand you could get it from things that you consume, but let's see how the body makes it. So you have a metabolic byproduct called glyoxylate. Glyoxylate. Now, glyoxylate is part of the metabolic process of the body. So this is going to be produced in your body regardless, all right? But vitamin B6 plays a crucial role in which pathway glyoxylate takes, all right?
B6.
B6.
What is vitamin B6?
So vitamin B6 is pyridoxine, right? And you get vitamin B6, you can get it from both plants and animal-based food sources, but I'm going to share something very interesting. When B6 is low, right, because B6 is required to convert glyoxylate into forms that are not harmful, that are not oxalates.
Okay.
When you have a deficiency or low levels of B6 or your glyoxylate load is higher, it takes another pathway, which is the minor pathway as we see in there. So that's when B6 is low, there is an overload of glyoxylate, and that produces oxalates. Now, someone might say, well, maybe I could take B6 supplement. Now, keep in mind, I am not a fan of supplementation.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, some very important things here. For example, some might take B6, but excess B6 supplementation can lead to mental health issues, right?
Okay.
So, like I say, this is if people know more in-depthly with biochemistry and nutrition, they would know to stay away from supplementation. You need to get in your nutrients from its natural sources. But here's the other thing. Then some would say, well, there's B6 in plants, but plant B6 is not readily bioavailable. It is difficult for the body to get B6 from plants. Why? You have something called pyridoxine glucoside, which is one of the forms B6 coming in plants, which is very difficult for your body to absorb. And then the free B6 in plants, remember plants also come with fiber.
Yeah.
Fiber binds to it and also reduces absorption of B6. So plants are will never be the best source of B6.
Okay.
Ever. The best source, of course, would come from animal-based food. So when I hear people pushing and promoting, go more plant-based, we already see the oxalates coming from the plant-based sources. Then we also have the lower absorption rate of the B6 from the plant-based sources. So when I hear somebody pushing, hey, go more plant-based, it lets me know directly that they don't have much knowledge or they have very superficial knowledge in biochemistry, all right, and when it comes to nutritional biology. So if you want to understand what causes oxalate production in the human body, B6 deficiency plays a key role in oxalate production. So you have to keep your B6 level where it needs to be, which is by eating correctly. Now, let's see something else here that is also very interesting. Let's go to the next diagram. Excess vitamin C can become oxalates. Excess vitamin C can become oxalates. Now, the issue with vitamin C is something that you need in trace amounts. You do not need vitamin C in large amounts. Just trace amounts is what the body requires, not large amounts.
Okay.
When you consume excess vitamin C, your body has to deal with the excess, all right? And it goes to the liver, and the liver converts it into oxalates. And then your kidneys now have to filter that out to excrete it through the urine. All right? Now, this brings up again the topic of supplementation. A lot of people are of the belief that they need to supplement with vitamin C. And you would see people doing that, especially when they get the flu. They would go and take vitamin C supplements to use to try to combat the flu. But the science shows something very different. Vitamin C supplementation, when you get the flu, has little to no effect on the body.
Right.
The only time vitamin C might have some benefits based on the scientific data is if you have been consuming vitamin C for months on a daily basis before you get the flu. And it could reduce the flu by 8 to 14%, which is insignificant. That means if you have a flu and your flu usually lasts 7 to 14 days, it might reduce it by a day or half a day, which is insignificant, makes no sense, right? But you increase your risk of oxalate load. Well, you increase your oxalate load by taking these vitamin C supplements, and then you put yourself at risk for developing kidney stones, all right? Now, so we understand where oxalates coming from. Of course, now we have the calcium aspect now.
Yeah.
So calcium. Let's move on to the next diagram. Let's move on to the next diagram here. So, high calcium in urine is a major risk for calcium stones. Because remember, you need the two to come together, oxalates and calcium to come together.
Right.
Now, here's the thing with calcium. All right? Supplementing with calcium can increase the excretion of calcium, which means more calcium could end up in the urine. Because you're supplementing, and this is one of the problems with supplementing. Your body is not designed to get in individual nutrients by itself. So this is one of the problems with supplementing. Then you also have vitamin D supplements. Now, vitamin D, especially vitamin D3, increases calcium absorption. Right? So it increases
what?
Calcium absorption.
Okay.
So then now, let's say you're supplementing with calcium and you're consuming vitamin D supplements, and you're also eating foods high in calcium. With the vitamin D now, you're going to have a higher absorption of calcium, which also means you're going to have a higher rate of excretion of calcium. All right?
Okay.
Because your body, if you consume foods naturally, your body would absorb what is needed and excrete what is not. But this, when I talk about the absorption of calcium, I'm talking about blood calcium levels. So as you can see here, what you call hypercalciuria, right? That is high calcium levels in the blood. Now, if you consume a lot of calcium, all right, the body would absorb into the blood what is needed, and the rest would pass out through your stool. That is not going to form any form of kidney stones or anything, because it's not using the kidneys to extract it from the blood. This is in the lumen of your digestive tract, so that could be excreted in your stool. No problems there. But when you start supplementing, like the vitamin D now, you get more absorption of the calcium into your bloodstream that the kidneys now have to clean out the excess.
Okay.
So now you're going to have the calcium now in meeting up in the kidneys with the oxalates. And then you also have the phosphate now. So calcium and the phosphate meeting up, so then you have calcium oxalate stones and you have calcium phosphate stones now forming.
All right.
Problems. This is why I'm not a fan of supplementation. So as you just heard me mention there, I mentioned the calcium phosphate. Now this is another interesting thing here now, because we're going to talk a little bit on the calcium phosphate here now. So let's go to the next slide. Calcium phosphate stones. Now this is affected when your urine pH starts elevating, when it's going to more into the alkaline levels. Now, when you start to hit around alkalinity of 6.5, well, the pH of 6.5, and it's going upwards with regards to your urine pH, that can cause some problems. Your body is biologically designed to regulate its pH levels. You don't need to do stuff to do that, all right? Certain parts of your body need to be acidic, certain parts need to be alkaline, certain parts have very strictly regulated pH levels. Now when, you know, I'm sure you hear a lot of people talk about you have to alkalize your body and whatnot.
Yeah,
so a lot of people start taking supplement stuff. So they might take some potassium citrate, they might take some sodium bicarbonate, and using these supplements to try to alkalize their body. But what it does is pushes your urine and keeps it more in the alkaline vicinity. So instead of it fluctuates where it needs to be, it pushes it more to stay more alkaline in a pH level that increases the risk of developing phosphates. And that becomes problematic. So then you have the calcium now in the urine, and then you have the crystals, the phosphate, calcium, and phosphate starts forming, and boom, you now have calcium phosphate stones developing.
Okay.
Right? So people, what I'm saying is this. We could go to the next slide. What I'm saying is this. You want to be preemptive. You want to be preemptive. And this is the purpose and function of nutritional therapy. This is what I do. I help you to understand the root causes of your health issues, and I help you to address the issue before the problem arises. And even if a problem arises, nutritional therapy is the part you need to take to increase the likelihood of that issue reversing or going into remission or regressing. All right? We must address nutritional therapy as being the main treatment method for non-communicable diseases. This is an area or aspect that we ignore. So when it comes to kidney stones, we have to address the oxalate load. We have to lower that. We have to control urinary calcium. We have to balance urinary chemistry with pH, all right, by understanding the pH and all the circumstances that affect it in order to lower the stone risk. So I would encourage people, come and check me, book an appointment. We need to stop playing with our health and stop being a reactive society. We need to be preemptive. We need to educate ourselves, all right? Kidney stones could literally kill. It could literally kill. But it's not just kidney stones I deal with, it's practically everything I deal with the human body. All non-communicable diseases can be addressed. You can put the body in a position where remission and regression can take place. So I want to encourage you all, don't hesitate, don't wait until issues arise. Go out there, get my book. That would also encourage you all to book a consultation to come and see me, because you will understand that, hey, this guy is not just speaking things out of guesswork. It has science and concrete science and evidence to back these things up. Go out there, read the book, and build that confidence, all right, and come and see me.
All right, so people, you can check out Seth, ERC Holistic Health Clinic. You can call him on 279-3935. That is 279-3935. You could also get him on 761-1952. That is 761-1952. And it's all about nutritional therapy. Book an appointment today. You can pick up the book as well at RIK bookstores nationwide. You can go to Nelson's if you're in Tobago. And of course, Amazon, you will get it there. And you have the digital copy you'll get on Gumroad. So many options for you to get the book. You are not sick, you are malnourished. And kidney stones. We got to take a break. When we come back, we just have one birthday to deal with and then we're out of here. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Welcome to Caribbean Tourist Villa, your home away from home in the heart of Port of Spain. With over 25 years of trusted hospitality, Caribbean Tourist Villa has been a reliable choice for both business professionals and vacationers. Our guest rooms are thoughtfully equipped with all the essentials for a relaxing and productive stay, and our tranquil pool area is perfect for relaxation after a busy day. We've created the ideal space for you to relax, recharge, and enjoy. Give us a call to book your stay today.
Master Ganesh Bhargav offers powerful guidance for all kinds of life problems, doubts, confusion, protection needs, and clarity. His astrology practice comes from a powerful ancestral tribal lineage with over 500 years of astrological and spiritual practice. Bhargavji does not dominate or pressure clients. Instead, he focuses on fixing problems with care and balance. His reunion love spells and death reversal spells are designed to restore harmony and provide lifetime protection. This is not individual effort alone, but collective spiritual power working for you. Many clients notice strong positive changes within a few sessions. Call +1 868 347 2350.
If you're planning an event, make us your first option. At Reality of a Dream, we can make your event memorable. We can assist in planning your corporate functions, moderate gatherings, family occasions, christenings, and more. We also cater for weddings and other special occasions. Our newly renovated venue includes a majestic entryway, which takes you along a path to a fantastic indoor facility which can accommodate up to 80 dining guests. A recently completed, fully air-conditioned, beautifully designed wing, which maintains the theme and flow of Reality of a Dream, adds 30 extra seats for dining guests. In total, we can now seat a total of 110 dining guests. Come see for yourself the splendor that awaits you. Walk along the path and make your way to the breathtaking, well-maintained swimming pool and gazebo, and also the entire grounds of Reality of a Dream. We've also updated the Dream Suite, which comes with all modern conveniences, where guests can enjoy the feeling of an exquisite retreat overlooking the entire area. Reality of a Dream caters to professional events. We provide secured parking for guests, so call us at 332-6880 and ask for Harriet, located at number 15 Moses Avenue, San Juan. Reality of a Dream, making dreams come true every day.
Eden Heights Clinic is one of the most advanced state-of-the-art alternative clinics in the Caribbean. They offer a dynamic combination of life-changing treatments, including Prelozone therapy, live blood analysis, halotherapy, limb backing, nutritional programs, colon hydrotherapy, weight loss programs, oxygen baths, and more. Their professional doctors, Drs. Carlos Navarro, Bronwyn Navarro, and Brian Thompson provide consultation services in areas of diabetes detox programs, arthritis, sports injuries, heart disease, high blood pressure, persons suffering with knee, shoulder, and back pain. At Eden Heights Clinic, they understand that your health is your wealth. Get in touch with them to determine which service is the right choice for you. Visit them at any one of their 3 locations at 13 Montague Avenue, Trin City, at 41 Ramsaran Street, Shoguanas, or give them a call at 640-8985 or 613-7571, or send them a WhatsApp to 493-9196. Eden Heights Clinic is your right choice.
Greetings to you all in the wonderful name of our Lord and Savior, the sweet rose of Sharon and the Prince of Peace, Christ Jesus. I am Ezekiel Johnson Fort, and I am pleasured to inform you of the newest branch of the Christian Union Church, Trinidad and Grenada District, San Juan Revival Ministries. If you are desiring prayer, healing, or that closer connection to the Heavenly Father, then the place to be is at San Juan Revival Ministries. And allow me to ask you one question. Are you living a life without Jesus Christ? Do you desire freedom from spiritual bondage? Then the only solution to your problem is Him. In the book of Matthew chapter 11 and verses 28, it says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." And this is mostly speaking to those of you who are Christians and you might not have a place to fellowship. Come. Fellowship with us at the Christian Union Church, San Juan Revival Ministries. Come, be edified and equipped by the Word of God preached by the man of God, Senior Reverend Bishop Dave Donation. You will be empowered by the move of the Holy Spirit of the living God. Come and be comforted. If you desire to be an environment that shows compassion and care for your spiritual needs, growth, and development, then fellowship with us at number 1 Bagatelle Corner, Saddle Road, every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. to 12 noon. I look forward to seeing you there, and God bless you all, and may the peace of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, be with you now and always. God bless you all.
All right, so we're back. And as we return here, just let me turn off this message here. Right. Boom. Bang. Easy. Right. So we got one birthday, but before we get to the birthday, if you watch the screen here, you'll see that the Breaking Dawn Christmas party is on November 28th. We had to move it up a week. So November the 28th, we are on, and tickets will be available as of September the 1st. We will be at Lions Cultural Center. That's right by the stadium. I have to send in a request to the Ministry of Sport to see if we could use the stadium for parking. And yeah, I might think about a shuttle. Although, I mean, if you want to be shuttled from the stadium to ride here, something might be wrong. But we'll provide, you know, a maxi or something, a 25-seater for those who want to take a little shuttle service across to the venue. It isn't too far. It's like a 1-minute walk. But nevertheless, I know some people mightn't be able in case. Right? But entertainment is being booked. The DJs are booked already. And we're ready to go as of November the 28th for the Breaking Dawn Christmas party. It's our Big People party. It's back. And when we say Big People party, we know we're going into the Christmas period, so we all get some parang. We know it's a short carnival season, so you're getting soca. And if there's a big, if all of these big people, right? So these big people. So we partying like how we used to party with Big People music, right? So you have some old school in the mix as well. So it is a party. You ain't getting no one thing. You ain't getting no, it's not a Christmas thing, it's not a soca thing, it's everything, all right? So we're throwing everything in one, and it will be free drinks. That's right, drinks are absolutely free. We had to go up a little $100 on the ticket price. Tickets will be $500, drinks inclusive, because after that increase last year, I mean, it is what it is. I can't do nothing about that. So September the 1st, look out for it. The Breaking On Christmas party is definitely coming your way. And as you could see last year, everybody had a time.
Yeah, I was there.
Everybody were white boy. Yeah, you were there too. Everybody had a time. Seth was here drinking club soda all night. I don't know how he do that, nah? But nevertheless, he does it. All right, so we're getting ready for that, man. Beautiful. You'll hear more about it. Birthdays. We have one. Uno. Right? So pleasant good morning to you, Stephan, and your entire Breaking On team. Want to say a very happy 10th birthday to our precious son, Stephan. We pray that God will bless him and keep him safe, and he will always shine like the bright star that he is. This is coming from his mom and dad, Seema and Vijay, his brother, Ruben, grandmother, uncles and aunties, and all of his cousins, and everyone who knows him. Happy birthday, Stephan. All right, so happy birthday, buddy. Enjoy your July-August vacation, as they call it, the Java period. I don't know, let's come up with all kind of things these days. I don't know. Is Java? Yeah, July-August vacation. Yeah, GFVA. Good Lord. Everything is abbreviation now. All right, well, with that, we are out for today. We want to thank Seth. We want to thank the Minister of the People, Social Development and Family Services for joining us, the Honorable Vandana Mohit. And, you know, we look forward to having some more conversations and information being shared through her ministry with the people. After all, it is the ministry of the people, ain't it? All right, so we are out for today. I am off the radio. Goodbye. Have a great day. And, yeah, just be productive and things looking up. The sky not falling. Right? Like I keep telling all you, the sky not falling. All right? Until tomorrow, people, we out.
Take care.